Let's start with talking about the genesis of terrorism in India.
It was started right from the time of the partition. So if I can say that Pakistan is not the correct name for that state, it's a terrorist state. When Twin Towers were down,
CNN is reporting tonight that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center.
What are the sources of terrorist funding? Like, who is funding them?
if the Hindu girl is going to Muslim home and after some time she starts, praying in the way of Islam. So that is the start of conversion.
Who's the mastermind of all this?
Have you personally have faced security challenge? Can you share one of the story?
I have been attacked thrice. That made my office and my family scared.
What is the spread of these refugees or Rohingyas in our country? How many numbers they are in? Any idea?
It can be any millions.
Million?
Why are you putting your personal information on the social media handles?
Like, US is said to be the strongest.
And BrahMos is one of the best missiles in the world.
Looking at the current scenario, what you think is the biggest threat for the country?
The biggest threat is our internal security. One boy who involves with a Hindu girl is given 5 lakh rupees in metro cities.
So there's a rate card.
A girl age of 16 to 18 years is being sold for 50,000 rupees. She is being supplied to the terrorist groups. So they are like sex slaves. So imagine in the last 15, 20 years when Mamta was there, this was the biggest business in West Bengal. So the genesis is no doubt Pakistan, but then political reasons are also a part of it.
When you say political, you mean geopolitics.
It's not geopolitical. It's the political parties within our country. His vision is about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
Yes.
The entire world is our family.
Today we are joined by Mr. Pawan Agarwal, a visionary entrepreneur, publisher, and respected thought leader in the field of national security, who has carved a unique niche for himself in media, publishing, and strategic awareness. He is the group CEO of Precautions, one of India's oldest and most respected publishing houses with a legacy spanning nearly 90 years. Inspired by the 2008 Mumbai terrorist attacks, he founded Defense and Security Alert (DSA) in 2009, a platform dedicated to fostering informed discussions and greater awareness on defense, security, and strategic affairs. In today's conversation, we will explore a wide range of important topics, including the evolving nature of national security, terrorism, India's border challenges, China and Pakistan's strategic approaches, cyber threats, and hybrid warfare. Mr. Pawan Agarwal, a very warm welcome to the podcast. So, Pawanji, let's start with talking about the genesis of terrorism in India.
Sure.
Because I think हम सब जानना चाहते हैं कि सालों से जो प्रॉब्लम हो रही है इंडिया में एंड मतलब इतनी न्यूज़ आती है रैंडमली बट नोबडी नोज कि एक्चुअल उसका स्टार्ट कहाँ से हुआ एंड हु आर इन्वॉल्व्ड इन दिस सो प्लीज एनलाइटन अस.
See, if we talk about the genesis of terrorism in India, it was started immediately when there was a partition of the country in 1947. Because as you must be aware that the partition was done on the basis of the religions. One religion was Hindus and another was Islamic. So it was decided then that all Muslims will go to Pakistan and all Hindus will live in India. That was Hindustan that time. But actually it didn't happen. Not all the Muslims went to Pakistan and not all the Hindus came back to India. And at that point of time, Mr. Jinnah, who was the first Prime Minister of Pakistan, although he was a political personality, but there were certain people who were not even satisfied after getting that piece of land dedicated for the Islamics. So they started, thinking that how we can, disturb India. So it started immediately after the partition. And you can imagine today when we are talking about, terrorism in 2026, many decades have passed on. The terrorism has just not started 20 years or 30 years back. It was started right from the time of the partition. And there were some dissatisfied people, who started this movement because they wanted to disturb India. And the softest corner they found was J&K of India. So they started immediately after that, getting some people who were also dissatisfied for some or the other reason, and they activated those people. And this is how the terrorism started in India, which gradually increased in multifold. The terrorism which was initiated by the people from Pakistan still have the same roots in Pakistan. If you see the entire globe, whatever the terrorism activities take place, they have some or the other roots from Pakistan. So if I can say that Pakistan is not the correct name for that state, it's a terrorist state. And now the entire world understands this thing. When we used to say that terrorism is operated from Pakistan, nobody used to listen to us, not even the US. But when Twin Towers were down by the terrorist attack, Fiyadin attacks, then they realized that yes, the terrorism exists. So the terrorism genesis is from Pakistan's land, and it has expanded in all the parts of the world and in India because it's an adjoining state. So it was very easy for them to penetrate Indian land. And they started from Jammu and Kashmir. And then they, migrated this feeling of terrorism, or the activities in all parts of the country. So that's the main genesis.
So, what are the sources of terrorist funding? Because I think that's the root cause. Who is funding them?
See,
how are they operating?
When you say about terror funding, that's the lifeline.
Yeah.
That's the lifeline of the terrorism. Like we have our banks. So they also have their banks. Not officially, but they have the banks who has the currency, actual currency, fake currency. So terror funding is the main reason which pump in all resources to the terrorist groups. Now these terrorist groups can be in any part of the world. So the terror funding is generated through narcotics, through drugs, smuggling, and arms and ammunitions, and the fake currency. And it is being transferred all across the globe.
Mainly in India.
Not only in India, I'm talking about the whole of the globe. Because you can imagine that without the funding, how are they going to operate? So there has to be some sources. Now when we talk about India, the main source is Pakistan. Because they print Indian currency, they circulate it in India, and that money goes within the market. So like if you say that a 100 rupee note is available at a cost of 50 rupees.
Half the cost.
So half the cost or even less than that. So the same money is rotating. After the demonetization in India, we could control that terror funding. But after a few years, they started the same kind of fake currency.
So are these specific areas where they operate in India or it's all over?
See, it's not like there is a specific, but mainly the border areas.
Okay.
Mainly the border states
adjacent to
J&K, Punjab, Gujarat, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam.
And how
West
do
Bengal.
they get it? But what's the route for them to even penetrate the borders?
See, they have a very strong network, which I can share with you, is sleeper cells. Huge number. You cannot imagine the numbers of the sleeping cells being operated in India.
What
for
does it
last 50
mean for
years.
the audience? Like exactly
Like
how do
sleeping
you
cells
define?
are the backbone of terrorism. Okay, if the terror funding is the heart, the sleeping cells are the backbone. Without the sleeping cells, they cannot operate because the sleeping cells arrange hiding place for them. They arrange food for them. They arrange arms, ammunitions, right? They arrange funds for them. They arrange vehicles for them. They arrange their shelter homes where they have to get shelter.
So they are like a core support
They are the
team.
core supporting team.
And they're all Indians, mostly.
Mostly they are Indians.
And doing this for money.
Yeah, of course, only for money. They are not very literate people at all. They are not educated. They are illiterates and they are unemployed. So they easily get into the trap of the terrorists.
Share us a story, which you have seen very closely from this, border area where regular Indians are actually living on the street but actually supplying all the information. So share some very touchy story that has come to you for our audience.
See, I have myself observed 3-4 instances, where, the housemaid was a Rohingya. Okay. So I was sitting in Jammu at somebody's place. And when I saw that woman, I could make it out that she's not a Hindu or she's not an Indian also. When she went off, I asked them, the house owner, I said, for how long this woman has been working with you? He said, close to 1 year. I said, have you checked her whereabouts, like her background? He said, generally we do the police verification, that's it. Then I said, she's a Muslim and she's a refugee. Refugee like illegal migrant. And she seems to be a Bangladeshi. He said, no, we don't think so. And she was having some Hindu name. I said, okay, tomorrow when she comes, I'll give you a very straightforward proof that she is a Rohingya or a Bangladeshi. He said, what are you going to interrogate? I said, no, I'm not going to say anything to her. You just sit and watch. So we were sitting. She came for Jhadu Pocha and all. And I just said, Wa alaikum assalam. She says, Salam alaikum. If you are a Indian, you are a Hindu, you will never respond. And she was like shocked. I said, come here. कहाँ से हो आप? नहीं सर मैंने कहा कहाँ से हो आप बताओ हम कुछ आपको कहेंगे नहीं. She said, मैं तो बांग्लादेश से हूँ. मैंने कहा यहाँ कब से हो? तो वो बोला 5 साल से. So they were living with the family. She was a Bangladeshi married to a Kashmiri. Okay, that Kashmiri fellow must be indulged in some terrorist activities or so. This woman came all the way from Bangladesh, and you know how far is from West Bengal to Jammu. It's a huge 1,000 miles from there. So if they can reach in Jammu, they can reach to any part, and it's a very well organized, operations.
So she was planted.
She was planted there.
For getting some information
Getting
from
some
the family.
information or something maybe.
So you were talking of also, again, like the sources of funding. You said drugs and narcotics and fake currency. What else? Like, how does this operate as a
Human
whole?
trafficking. That's another angle. Human organs.
Wow.
I mean, the terrorism is not just by firing bullets or something like that. Any way to disturb the peace and prosperity of the nation, which is against the national security concerns, is terrorism. It's not that somebody is sitting somewhere and they're just pumping the bullets, is only the terrorism. If somebody is trying to sabotage in anybody's society, in family, that is also a terrorism. You might have heard about jihad. It's a part of terrorism. Like land jihad is there, love jihad is there, education jihad is there. Like in the schools also, the girls and boys are being taught the Islamic culture. You know, so you might have heard that if the Hindu girl is going to Muslim home, and after some time she starts, praying in the way of Islam. So that is the start of conversion. So conversion of a human being from original religion to another religion is also a part of terrorism.
Yeah, it is.
Or it's a part of jihad. So this is all a part of that jihad.
Who's the mastermind of all this? If
I mean,
were
you
to-
cannot name any person as such because this is not a new thing. It has been, operated for last 60, 70 years now.
But right now, like currently, who are basically
See,
heading?
right
and
now, there is not a single person which can be named of. Earlier, Dawood Ibrahim used to be the person who was behind all these activities. But now he is no more in India. I don't know even if he is died or he is still alive. Some people say he is still alive in Pakistan. Some say he has died. So he was the person who operated all the terrorist activities in late 90s or in early 90s. But now if you say, so there is no one as such which can be named for operating the terrorist activities in India.
What is the spread of these refugees or Rohingyas in our country? How many numbers they are in? Any idea?
It can be any millions.
Millions?
Yes. Because this has started 40, 50 years back. So now imagine a boy aged 15 years who migrated illegally in India through the border of Bangladesh. Today, he must be 55. He might have married twice, thrice. He might have produced 10 children. Out of 10, maybe 8 are boys. What is their education status? What is their health status? What is their employment? So majority of them will be involved into anti-national activities.
And how our government is trying to sort of capture this movement? Like, what are the national security system is working towards restricting this movement?
See, if you talk about today, yes, I can say the government is very strict, very vigilant. It's not leaving any stone unturned, be it is narco, drugs, or arms, ammunition smuggling, human trafficking, illegal migration. All are completely under the strict surveillance of the government. The government and the government agencies, be it is BSF, CRPF, CISF, or even the defense forces, Army, our Navy, Air Force, their sole motto is to tighten the national security. That's the top priority of the government. If somebody may ask me, what do you think that today's government's priority is what? I'll say national security. And if you ask me what was the top priority or the lesser priority or the no priority for the previous government of Congress, it was the national security. They had no concern about it because they themselves were involved.
But how much have we achieved, do you think?
When you say about national security, the biggest threat we were having in Jammu Kashmir, that there was Article 370 and 35 that was abolished a few years back. And there's quite a peace there now. The government is functioning there. Earlier there was a president rule for a few years. But after that, the successful elections were conducted. That was conducted under this current government. And the best thing which I can say in this government has happened is the morale of our defense and security forces have gone way high. They are so confident. A soldier is always a confident, but if he doesn't get a direct support from the government or from the policymakers and decision makers, like a soldier is standing at a particular pinpointed border, and if he gives information that I have seen so and so, and immediate action is taken. So that boosts up the morale of that soldier. Earlier, it never happened.
So
Never
last
happened.
10 years, you
Yeah.
think it has improved?
For the last 12 years, yes, it is very much improved.
After the
Yeah.
Pahalgam attack, what had
Yeah.
happened? Then the entire movement.
You can say that after Pahalgam attack, no further attack has taken place in last 1 year, other than the Operation Sindoor has taken place. That was a retaliation, towards Pakistan on the terrorist camps they had.
So you think we're in a much better position compared to last 20, 30 years where we are
Yes, yes. After the independence, it is the golden era of our country.
Yeah, I mean, the economy also has come on number
The government at
3.
least is keeping a complete tab on the national security concerns, and forces have the highest level of morale these days.
Now, this millions of immigrants who have come and settled here, how, and they're implanted in various houses, especially people who are working closely with the army, security, navy forces, and etc. How our citizens are safeguarded from them, because information are kept on being passed. How you think we
See,
should
the
sort of
first and foremost important thing for every citizen is don't just rely only on the government efforts. We ourselves has to be alert and vigilant that whom we are employing, where are we going, who is living our next door, who is living upstairs. Why we should rely completely on the defense forces and the security forces to safeguard us.
But let's say, they come with a disguise.
Yeah.
Like you gave an example. Is there a way where someone can be more aware or to find out? Or is there a ref check somebody can do?
See, you have to first of all understand one thing, that anything which you see is not 100% grey. Anything which you see is not 100% black. Anything you see which is not 100% white. We as a responsible citizen, whenever we move anywhere, we have to be, vigilant and alert. Even if we are living in a very decent colony, where the security is there, everything is there, surveillance cameras are there, still, we need to be very alert. Who else is coming? We cannot peep inside the house of every neighbor. But yes, we can gradually, monitor in a very nicer way that is there something irregularly, happening at some particular house, that people are coming only after 12 o'clock in the night, going early morning at 5 o'clock, and every time there is a new cars coming, new people are coming. So that should be noticed well. We cannot take the security concern in a very casual manner.
And also, I think while hiring
It's very
support
important.
staff.
There is a story, I'm kind of highlighting it. One of my good friend was married for 15 years. That lady was a Muslim, changed to Hinduism, and I believe there is our government service where you can change your religion by 100 or 300 rupees certificate. They got this PAN card, Aadhaar card changed, got married because of the property, stayed for 15 years, produced 2 children, slow poisoned. Her husband for 15 years without realizing, the heart started functioning 30% capacity, and doctors are telling the client what happened, like you are on the best medication. When things came in play, by the time she left. So much of disguise, so much of care, affection, with the name change, everything changed. How to figure it out? There has to be someone.
See, there is as of now, there is no such mechanism as of now. But very soon, maybe that the government will come up, with some kind of mechanism, like we have the Aadhaar card now. There would be a social identity card as well, which will have the history of the family as well. Like if I'm there, my father, my
family
mother's,
tree.
The family tree or some whereabouts has to be mentioned in that, so that you can cross-check it. Because Aadhaar card is an individual one. That is only about me, you or her.
But do you think it's going to take long time because it's not easy to be able to?
It might take some time, When you put a seed, it doesn't grow in 1 year or 2 years. It takes some time. So when you have to start a new functioning, a new way of identification, imagine the number of people we have.
Yeah. It's a huge project.
It's a huge project. When you think that the Aadhaar card was introduced, was it so easy? So it took decades, to do the speed work, all pros and cons and everything. Now that has been also exploited. In 300 rupees, you get a fake Aadhaar card anywhere, any part of the country. You can have 10 iCards, 10 Aadhaar cards.
True.
So this all happens.
I think finally you need to use your own sensibilities.
That is very important.
Like he said, no matter how many documents and paperwork, I think you need to use your own logic and common sense and
That's very
do
important.
your own kind of check. Yeah.
Because unfortunately, we don't have any mechanism as of now where every citizen is trained on such concerns. Like, do you know any way if somebody has tried to hijack you on the road highway? What are you going to do? Do you have any number or anything pasted on your screen that you just have to dial 3 digits and it is got an alert somewhere? It's not there.
Such a basic.
So we are not trained.
Yeah.
So when we have to be alert, we have to do certain level of self-training as well. Like you see a sabji wala roaming around in your colony. How do you know he is a Rohingya or he is from Maharashtra or he is from UP or he is from any other place? Have you checked his identity? No. Simply they are roaming around, they are looking at every house, they are selling, they are the best informers. Because they inform,
Laundry wala, sabji wala.
They inform, that Sangeeta has 3 people at her house. Her husband, herself and a kid. The kid goes at 7 o'clock, comes back at 3 o'clock. The husband goes at 9 o'clock, comes back at 6 o'clock. She leaves at 11 o'clock, come back at 7 o'clock. So the best time for any kind of assault or any attack in the home or getting anything is from 11 to 5.
What recently happened in Saif Ali Khan farm, right? There's still no proof. But
see, that's why I always say, one has to be alert always. And we should not stick to any particular routine.
Keep changing the routine.
It's a bit tough. But yeah, being alert is...
make sure your driver, your mates, your close-up circle, sabji wala, laundry wala, everything doesn't have all info about you. Even in IIM Indore campus, couple of years back, I think 7-8 years back, there is a professor who was staying alone. And driver, if you remember the story, driver had access to everything. Eventually, she was killed, right? Attacked by. So there's a lot of things who goes around. We have to be very, very alert. But how do you think it is impossible to live freely then, in an independent country like that?
First and foremost important is stop putting all your information on the social media handles. I'm going to Pune today by this flight. I'll be there for 2 days. I'll be with Sangeeta and I'll be with Neha. They're conducting my podcast. I'll be here and then I'll go there. People have gone foolish. Why are you putting your personal information on the social media handles? You're inviting problems for yourself. And then you crip. The government is not doing anything. Police is inactive. Administration is inactive.
You're giving access to your...
So you are giving all your information yourself and you are inviting.
Yeah. So better you go to Pune, meet Neha, Sangeeta, come back and then post.
I will not even post that. Because that is something very personal. If it was related to my official capacity that I have come here for a book launch or a meeting with someone related to defense, I might put something related to launch, but I will not put that I have met so-and-so general in Pune command.
But do you think this is happening mostly in metros or tier 2? Where is it more prevalent?
You're living in Pune,
Yeah.
right? You may not be that active. There are girls sitting in Jamtara in Jharkhand. She is spending 8 to 10 hours on the social media. You might be spending maybe 1 hour in out of whole day. Forget that days have gone.
No,
That the
that's what.
3-tier,
So, what,
4-tier cities are
like,
not active.
where are which areas of India is it more prevalent today? Is what I'm.
Mostly the border areas.
Okay. I
Mostly
think
the
North
border
India,
areas. North India is there.
UP,
Then
Punjab.
your Punjab is there. Gujarat is also there. Rajasthan.
Any reason why it's.
Again, I'll come back to the same thing. It's all about the Pakistan.
Close proximity?
We have a border with Pakistan at Rajasthan. We have in Punjab. We have in J&K. In Gujarat also we have the similar. So 4 states are touched by Pakistan
Directly.
directly.
Sir, you have run this defense magazine. You have literally brought a lot of powerful article. Have you personally have faced security challenge? Can you share one of the story that sort of kind of shaken you?
Yes, I have been attacked thrice. I will not name, but yes, they were related to some international terrorist groups, because I have been talking about terrorism for quite a long time, and I have been talking about the terrorist groups, how they operate. So they have been threatening calls to me from satellite phone in the past few years. So that made my office and my family scared.
Yeah, it's obvious. Does it
Yeah.
still happen?
Some or the other day I can get some calls, but not to that level.
So they didn't want you to publish all the information.
They wanted I should stop the magazine. Rather than publishing anything about their outfits, they wanted that I should shut down the magazine.
And how did you manage that? Like, what was the reaction to it? What was reaction to it? How did you sort of
No reaction.
just continue to do what you did?
What I was doing, I am still doing the same thing. I'm concerned for my country. I may not be wearing a uniform, but I'm equally a soldier, like a soldier in uniform.
What is the most shocking story or article that was published? Do you remember anything which shocked you most?
Basically, we don't publish the story. We publish the strategic issues pertaining to the policies and the decisions. And I remember that when we were publishing initial editions, so there was a scheme launched by Government of India, which was modernization of police. And I was surprised to see that under that scheme, the buildings were made or some vehicles were purchased, but no actual modernization took place. That was, I'm talking in 2010 to 2013 or so. So that money was siphoned in other ways, whereas it was meant for the modernization of the police forces. So no arms and ammunitions were purchased, no telecommunication systems were upgraded. So making just buildings, so that was quite shocking. And then I met our joint secretary who was responsible for police modernization. So I asked him, that I am from so-and-so magazine and I have some questions. He said, I'm not the right person to reply. I said, you are the right person because you are heading the department and you are dispersing the money to the state governments, to the police department for the modernization. So don't you have any monitoring system that how much has been spent and on what has been spent? He literally asked me to go and leave the office because he did not want that anybody should counter him for this thing. So this was till 2013. But after the current regime came, the entire things were changed. The moderation started happening. The police, yes. Now the police forces are getting good arms, ammunitions, all the best telecommunications, all amenities whenever they want it. And you'll be surprised to know that the special task force have been conducted and their accountability has been fixed, which is all against the terrorism.
So globally, in terms of defense, at what rank do you think India stands today?
In terms of what?
Like US is said to be the strongest.
Strongest in
terms
what
of-
manner you mean? So you need to be
Like
very
the
specific.
arms, ammunitions, they have, the
See, America is
Fighter
the
planes.
biggest producer of defense products, arms, ammunition, technologies, and it's a nuclear power even that. But India, if you say, considering whatever the spending we are doing today, we may be among first 10. Among first 10. And we have started exporting as well now.
According to factors.
We have recently exported BrahMos missile, which is another product of joint venture with Russia and India. And BrahMos is one of the best missiles in the world.
I think Mr. Ajit Doval
No,
has
Mr. Ajit Doval is not involved into missile program. It was the vision of Dr. Abdul Kalam, who was our president later. He was the scientist who developed that Agni missile. And later on, then it was with a joint venture of Russia and India. We could have this BrahMos. So, something like in the last 5 years, the defense production has increased, and the import which we were importing earlier, like we were importing some 500 products or more than that. 200 of the such products were completely banned, that we are not going to import. They have to be produced within India,
which is happening.
which is happening.
And quality-wise, you think we are at par?
See, we are exporting BrahMos missile to
That's
two
good
countries.
news for us.
We are producing our own bulletproof jackets. We are producing our armored vehicles. We are very much producing the naval ships. So
It's getting better.
it's getting better. We are producing our own rifles, our own bullets, which we used to import.
So you think the leadership of BJP, like
Of course.
Modi ji,
Yes.
Mr. Amit Shah, they have kind of
See,
made sure that
for any country, the leadership will always matter. Now, our current Prime Minister, he has a very clear vision on the national security. And same is the vision of Mr. Ajit Doval, our national security advisor. So they are working so closely. What they want for themselves? Nothing. They want only for the country's betterment, for the people of the country, for the peace, prosperity, progress. So they are 100% committed for that matter.
wow.
India being globally noticed because of the current workforce, the economic growth, the way we're able to kind of shape ourselves. So definitely it has become a target for, like, India as a country is facing multiple challenges, not only on the national security, but also on the cyber side.
Yeah.
Looking at the current scenario, what do you think is the biggest threat for the country? Because there's a multiple sources are being targeted.
See, there are so many threats, but the biggest threat is our internal security, which is having. As I mentioned you earlier, that the sleeping cells, they work on a very rapid speed when they are activated, So they work on a very, very rapid speed. You cannot imagine how fast they work. So,
How do they convert them? But I'm very curious to know, like an Indian national.
There is a lot many ways. First, they are brainwashed on the level of the religion.
Right from childhood, from birth.
And then they are, lured with the concept of 72 hoors. If you have heard about it, you've never heard about it.
For the audience, many people would not know.
Yeah.
See, there is a concept being given to the terrorists that if you fight for your jihad, like which is against India or against Hindus, so when you die, you'll get 72 girls. That is hoors. Hoors means what you call in English, pari.
Pari.
So they are lured by that. And weapons are being given to them. Their families are looked after. They are giving hefty amount to look after their families in their absence. So that is the reason, they get lured of this.
So mainly, if the funding source can be cut, then the terrorism also will be cut. But that's kind of
That's a big challenge, actually.
Especially, I think the drug racket that is
There
going
so
on.
many things involved. Like if I tell you, I can tell your viewers, one boy who involves with a Hindu girl is given 5 lakh rupees in metro cities.
So there's a rate card.
This is a rate card.
Wow.
My God.
In any of the metro cities, you lure a Hindu girl, get her involved, you get straight away 5 lakh rupees and 1 motorbike. So now you can imagine an unemployed guy of 17, 18-year-old. If he gets a money of that kind, he has to just lure a girl. So he will tie a kalava, he'll put a tika, start going to the temples where the girls are also coming for worshipping.
Changing the identity.
And you don't have to show your identity when you enter in a temple.
No, I mean like the name.
No, nobody's asking your name when you enter a temple.
So when you lure a Hindu girl, they will have to know, now you are actually.
They pretend to be a very, religious and, worshipping person. He will tie a kalava, he'll put a tika and he'll sit down in the mandir for half an hour.
So he'll portray as a Hindu.
He'll portray as a Hindu only. And the same thing is happening in the education system as well.
I think students are
Students
the
are also
easiest targets.
easiest, yeah.
My God.
You also spoke on human trafficking.
Yeah, human trafficking is a big threat.
Can you just...
Like you are Sangeeta from West Bengal. Are you aware that the young girls are bought from West Bengal and they are shifted to Jammu and Kashmir? See the distance.
This is still going on for ages. And it's also part of the country.
No, but especially from West Bengal. Because of the poverty. A girl age of 16 to 18 years is being sold for 50,000 rupees. She's taken to J&K. She is being supplied to the terrorist groups. So they are like sex slaves. So imagine in the last 15, 20 years when Mamta was there, this was the biggest business in West Bengal. Now suddenly you might be hearing that in a particular area, the girls are vanishing. So what happens to them?
Has it increased or it's...
No, it's not increased because we don't have the numbers, but it's keep on going.
Yeah, I think there is some official number that has been...
But that's in different parts of the country.
Like overall, how many you think?
Maybe a few thousands as of now.
In a year.
So basically one of the main thing the poverty people are not able to manage is selling off. And that's being targeted. So if the poverty from the grassroots level can be rooted out.
There are medical facilities who are also involved into jihad and terrorism.
What do you mean?
Medical facility.
I mean the hospitals, where, any unidentified person is received due to some accident. Nobody has come to claim.
Okay.
So his organs are being sold.
Oh. To them. Supplied.
Because there are people who require kidneys, who require eyes, who require liver.
And especially villages, so
And
it's
these
very
people,
easy.
nobody comes to meet them, so they think that nobody is talking about, is connected to them. So they kill them by giving them an injection and are unidentified.
So is the government doing anything about this? Like, what are the measures?
I mean, government is no doubt very vigilant on these things. I'll give you an example. Earlier, the terrorist groups, they were only targeting uneducated segment who are unemployed. But now what is their next target is? White collar, technocrats.
Really?
Yes.
And how are they converted? Because they have the money also.
Again the same brainwashing on the name of religion.
Seriously?
Yes. You know what happened to Al-Fada University in Faridabad? It's a Muslim university, and the doctors were found involved into terrorist attacks which happened last year in Red Fort in Delhi.
But an educated person who is aware of the world and the geopolitics, even they are so easy. I think I remember seeing one thing in Kerala story where they give them a pill which helps, it's easier to program the subconscious. And
See,
it's
not
given
that easy.
secretly.
Sometimes it works, but majority of time it's the preaching to them.
And they do work with chemicals too.
They do work with the chemicals. And this Al-Fatah University, which was in Faridabad, it was a huge campus. And some doctors were found involved into that.
So all the educated family, even technocrats, doctors,
Yes.
they're all getting lured to get into this.
Now, recently you heard the case of HR head who was indulged in conversion in the company.
Yeah.
So
That was very shocking.
you can imagine, they have crossed that limit of, luring the uneducated and unemployed. If they can brainwash a very, specific field person, a medico or a doctor, so they can go to any level.
And why they are getting brainwashed? Because poverty is not they are well paid. That's what. Because one of the things is the poverty which is getting people lured.
I'll take you back to 1947. So the dissatisfaction. Now, if you compare India with Pakistan in any manner, what is the education rate here? What is the literary rate? What is the industrialization? What does India produce? What Pakistan produce? They stand nowhere. How is their health sector? What is the GDP? Right? What is the education system in Pakistan? So they stand nowhere. So firstly, it was divided on the basis of religion. Now they are in tremendous depression. They stand nowhere.
Yeah.
When it comes to economy, health, education, anywhere. Not even the productions. They're not producing anything.
This is the only way to survive.
They want to disturb their bigger brother, that is India. So in whatever the way we can disturb, we have to do that. That is their sole motto. So, and it's not a small reason for them.
I mean, I'm still wondering, what are the precautions or measures a common man or somebody, an employee in a corporate or a metro,
Should take.
what are the fundamental things that a person should be careful?
Be alert and be busy. Don't get fascinated by any out of blue, any offer or anything like that. If I tell you that I am offering you an iPhone for 40,000 rupees, will you buy it?
Too good to be true.
Will you buy it? So either I am making fool of you or I'm giving you a fake this thing. So now this is your brain to decide that whether I should buy a iPhone for 40,000 rupees or I should kick him off. So anything which is very, very, attractive, and everything is not gold. So we have to understand this thing.
What is the role, again, a citizen can play to make this better, this movement that the government is trying to make it a
The
more
best way
secure
is
country?
to be more vigilant, more alert, and should be concerned, with the nation. As of now, we as a citizen, we are the citizen of India.
We're not
But,
a nationalist.
But we are not nationalist. Only when there is a 15th August or there is 26th January, suddenly every house, every office will have a national flag. But apart these 2 days, how nationalist we are, and nationalist doesn't mean that every time hum jhanda lage ghumenge. Oh, nahi. But we should be concerned about this nation.
The
Like whatever
actions.
you are doing. Why are you doing this podcast with a person who is having just a background of publishing and publishing a magazine? Because you are concerned. So you are trying to dedicate your time and energy to bring that level of awareness among your viewers on the defense and security concerns.
Right.
You may are not wearing a Fauji's uniform, but you are equally aware to bring that further. So that should be the mentality of every Indian.
Like making each other aware and supporting, and
We should
if
be
you
supporting
observe,
to everyone,
yeah.
and we should talk. People don't talk actually.
Yeah. If you have a doubt, I think
Yeah,
it's
you should
better
talk.
to discuss
Clarify, because
and
it's much
Yeah.
better.
take an opinion.
Definitely.
I've also heard this from many people that not all of Pakistan is bad. That's what some of the people say, that when you actually go and visit, the people are very sweet and they, welcome you, and the hospitality is great. Of course, I have not personally experienced it, but what's your view on it? Is it like just a group of people who are trying to portray and manipulate?
I don't know who has experienced that thing. I also have friends who have been visiting to Pakistan very frequently. Now they have stopped. So I asked them, why have you stopped going to Pakistan? You used to visit every second year or third year, and you used to spend your holidays in Pakistan, in Lahore and Islamabad and other places, and you were always talking very high about their hospitality, their culture, this and that. And you used to always say that we are same. Now why you have stopped going? So the simple reply is, things have changed.
For the
Earlier
worst.
they used to be a very good people, but gradually, because the majority of the good people, they have migrated out from Pakistan now.
Oh. So it's a more concentrated.
It's a filtered now.
Oh.
The country has been filtered. Like when there was a terrorism on the peak in Kashmir, the majority of the sensible people have sent their children out of Kashmir for studying.
To secure places.
Secure places. The similar thing has happened now in Pakistan. Now you might have seen some videos on social media that people of Pakistan has been praising Indian government, or especially Modi ji. Why this Hriday Parivartan?
हाँ सच में why
Just
does
say.
it?
They're scared now because they know next time we will do anything, we'll be smashed off completely from the map.
Especially after Operation Sindhu.
Operation Sindhu.
That has really,
They know
I think, brought India to another level on the global map.
Modi's vision is very, very visionary.
Yeah, totally. And I think he's formed an army of people who are there to execute his vision.
It is that level of thought process which has changed the things.
True.
Now today you are talking about defense, security, terrorism. Have you thought of doing this 3 years back? No. Because now this has become a very important subject for our daily life. Who is not concerned about his or her security? When we are concerned about our security, why shouldn't we be concerned of the place where we belong from? हम अपने घर में भी कैमरा लगाते हैं ना, क्यों लगाते हैं? ये गेट पर कोई आता है तो हमको पता लगे कौन आ रहा है, दरवाजा खोलना है या नहीं खोलना है. तो वही चीज़ हमारे पूरे नेशन के ऊपर भी लागू करती है.
But you know, like since you said it all is penetrating from the borders, so is there a way where we can tighten that part?
Yes, now government is going to take some very serious measures to tighten the borders.
Like especially the shipping, I mean,
not only the coastal area,
yeah.
but even the Rajasthan border, Punjab border, J&K border. So fencing has been already started, and we are going to use the surveillance technologies, which our Home Minister have recently mentioned, that all of our borders would be under technology surveillance. Perfect. So those the BSF officers and our Jawans would be there, but they will be under a central command system, which will be monitoring each and every inch of our border, so that nobody comes from that side.
And this is a recent development.
Yeah, recently.
So that will actually cut down a lot of inflows.
Exactly.
So whatever remaining, we have to just tackle it.
Yeah.
Whatever is...
It will minimize at least.
Sangeeta, the most challenging is our internal security. How are we going to gauge our internal security? That's a big challenge.
You mean within the states?
Within the state.
You millions of people who are already there. How do you kind of navigate that challenge?
Now, if you remember, after the change in guard in West Bengal, suddenly thousands of Rohingyas have started going back. Because the current new government has established some detention centers.
Oh.
So if they are detained, there will be a FIR on them. They will be sent to the jails. So before it happens, they themselves are going back.
Which is a good sign.
It's a good sign.
So, Bangladesh and Pakistan, which one do you think is more responsible for this?
Responsible for what?
The terrorism and...
First is Pakistan. The next is Bangladesh. Now Bangladesh is becoming the photocopy of Pakistan. It thinks that we can challenge India. And they have now started colluding also. They're joining hands in many ways.
Yeah, I think they've become partners clearly.
Yeah.
1971 war, I remember there is East Pakistan and West Pakistan. West Pakistan was Pakistan, East Pakistan was Bangladesh. And during the time of Indira Gandhi, India sent the entire support to safeguard Bangladesh from Pakistanis, right? And that's why in 1971 the freedom movement happened and Bangladesh
was formed.
Mukti Divas formed, and Bangladesh got the freedom, I think 16 December 1971.
Yes, correct.
But eventually after what, 45, 50 years, people don't remember anything, people forget, and then eventually, after this Bangladesh political thing, after Sheikh Hasina's movement and, you know, that Khaleda Jia's the recent incident.
When we started our discussion, you asked me the genesis about the terrorism in the country. So the genesis is no doubt Pakistan, but then political reasons are also a part of it.
When you say political, you mean geopolitics?
No, it's not geopolitical. It's the political parties within our country,
Oh, they are also supporting.
And like if I say about Pakistan, the political parties in Pakistan also. They get involved with the terrorist groups to organize, they give them support, they give them money, they give them arms, ammunitions, they give them freedom to cross the border.
It's a strategy.
So that's a strategy.
Like you mean the previous government?
Yes. I don't mind in saying that the Congress government was equally involved into terrorism activities.
And now they're cleaning it.
We have
BJP
to
is
clean
trying
up.
to
10
clean.
years, the cleaning has
The garbage has to be thrown out.
Yeah. And it will take a while because
It
it
will take a
was
while.
60 years of
Yeah.
spreading the weeds. Yeah.
Because that willpower is there now.
And the right people.
And the right people are there.
I think leadership is the core.
I mean, they are committed for the nation. They were not committed for the nation. They were committed to one family. That's it. There's a Nehru family, Indira family.
Yeah.
So,
Fanatics.
they don't have any family
Yeah.
as such.
right.
They have a bigger family of 140 crores. They have a very small family. They have
Yeah.
bigger families.
No, I think every citizen is feeling the change today.
And
If I were to
moreover,
talk of myself also, of course, I was too young that time, but you can feel the difference, with the
moreover,
infrastructure.
as per the Indian mythology, the same is the vision of our Prime Minister. That is, we are not saying only about 140 crores people, which live in India, who are citizens of India. But his vision is about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
Yes.
The entire
I
world
was
is
just
our
going to say
family.
that.
So that is the reason when anything happens wrong in Middle East, or maybe anything happens wrong in the
Iran,
war between
Iraq,
Russia
yeah.
and
You can't.
so
We are there
We are
to
there.
support.
we're there to support them.
We've always actually been friends. I
So
think
for
India is the
us-
only nation who's always...
For us, for India, humanity was always on the top, and it will always be on the top.
Yeah. That's the core of Hindu philosophy. Like you said,
See,
Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam.
in the last 70, 80 years, India has never attacked any country.
Yeah. Only defended.
We have only defended. We have been never offensive in a way. We always try to resolve the things, and we have been trying the same thing with Pakistan as well. And
Yeah.
when it
We have
comes to the
offered.
diplomacy, imagine a situation if there was some other regime. What would have been the situation of India? And if we talk about 2026, where we see US fighting with Iran, there's a war going between. Israel fighting with Hamas. Russia fighting for maybe 4 years. But India's diplomacy balance or a calculation, you can say, is the best
Yeah.
anybody have ever seen.
It's incredible.
We are having relationship with Iran.
Yeah.
We are having relationship with US in spite of the sanctions
Yeah.
and tariffs and other things. We are still importing oil from Russia. We are still talking with other countries. We are talking with the Middle East countries.
The peacemakers. We are
So
certainly
we
that.
have balanced considering the interests of the people of this country
Yeah. And
So
also the world.
and the world.
Yeah, eventually.
If there is any crisis anytime, anywhere, like there was a crisis of potable drinking water in Maldives, So we sent immediately tankers for the water. So no other country has done that.
Good karma, I would say. For sure.
No, India is a land with a very, very rich culture and traditions, And we have been teaching the whole world. We had Nalanda, we had Takshila, which was burnt.
And across the globe, every habitant had come to India to actually learn things from here, to take
Exactly.
things from here, right? It is a land full of natural resources. Even the, all the yoga, which has been now prevalent all over the globe.
The
It's not
ancient
showing.
wisdom. Even today, it's a magnet, right, for people to come and.
Correct.
You talk about any healing herbs. These are all made out of India. You talk about this makhana, high protein made out of India. You talk about education, the system, how the zero was invented, how the number system invented, made out of India. You talk about all that today's, the large global company run by the Indians,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, and it's only growing. I mean, India is a future power for sure. The world is finally realizing
The national
it.
security
You know,
system
the
has to
best
be off
of
the
the
wall.
best brains in the Silicon Valley, they're all Indians.
Yeah, of course. Very
Because of
evident.
cheap labor, people have taken our talent.
There's an organization
Talent
known as
drain.
Pentagon in US,
Yeah.
which is for the military establishments. It was earlier headed by one Mr. Subramaniam.
Okay.
So you can imagine, that
Yeah,
what
yeah.
kind of commitment we have, even for the world.
True.
But I wish that all our these brains should come back to India and give support and value addition to our country.
I think it is after the US
People are
visa.
actually now they have started thinking returning back.
After this Trump's recent incident and geopolitical tension,
Correct.
all the kids are now planning to stay.
Yeah.
Before, the study abroad program used to be literally
A
close to
standard.
A 1 million students used to go every year
Yeah.
for the study abroad. Now they're all cutting down. A lot of foreign university coming to India now.
Yeah.
So things are changing.
Big time. I think it's a bright future.
Next 30 years, if we get this sorted, I think there's no stop anywhere.
Yeah.
No, you are talking about a very long period of 30 years.
Yeah, I would
We
say.
can visualize in the next 5 years India will be on a very different scale.
I'm talking about this entire national security, the Rohingyas and that.
No, I'm talking about the overall development of the country. Rohingyas are a very small problem, but that has damaged a lot to the country. We need to settle it out as early as possible. We understand that it's a very critical situation there. But after the change in West Bengal now, in the government, things will automatically come back to the normalcy.
We're so happy seeing the change after many years.
After 20,
29 years.
40 years.
30, before
Before
Mamta
that, the
Didi,
communists
there
were
was,
there.
yeah.
Then she came to the power, and still she was trying that she will come back to the power by this or that way. But this time, the current government has decided, and the people of West Bengal were fed up with the systems there. So high corruption was there, and it was hampering their day-to-day life actually. So when it comes to that day-to-day life, people definitely will take a decision once.
So also, there is a lot of terrorism happening through dark web and the
Yes.
tech. And the funding is happening through crypto now because
Yeah.
it's so easy and fast. And so what's your insight on this? And how much
See-
percentage of it is happening through dark web?
See, as the time has changed, as today we know about a concept of fintech, So in a regular way in our society, in our country, we are very, using technologies for our financial engagements and our transactions and all. So when we are associated closely on everyday basis, I'm sure that the terrorist groups, they are way ahead than what we are doing or thinking even. So what you're talking about is definitely a big challenge because under the dark web, no doubt they are equally very, very active. And in the cryptocurrency, they are very active because there's more a smoother way to transfer the money. They don't have to carry cash. They don't have to use any other way of transferring the money. But through the cryptocurrency, they can transfer any point of time and any amount. So that's a big challenge, no doubt, because this funding is a big challenge. And when it becomes more easier, so they can use in a bigger way what they were using earlier. So suppose if they were using 1 crore rupees in a month. So today if they want, they can use 10 crores in a month or even in a week.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to carry the hard cash. Through the cryptocurrency, they can transfer any point of time and from any part of the world. So,
Well, how can we control this? Is there a way, you think?
see, the government is definitely taking it in account that when this kind of new technologies are emerging, so definitely they are outreaching to the terrorist outfits as well. So we have our economic team and our financial institutions, they are equally very active to develop some kind of strategies and tools to counter these things.
And like, what are the activities that are conducted on dark web for terrorism? Can you name a few?
See, the one most important thing they are doing is transferring of the money online. And as you know that majority of the activities which is being done on the dark web are not legal.
Of course.
So who is going to use that?
Hmm.
And for what purpose? So it's very clear. Now
I think
there
they're
are
selling weapons also.
lot many things are there.
Drugs, weapons.
Many things are there.
But
So
do you think it's getting better with cybersecurity and
yes, the cyber security trainings are taking place, and cyber forensic trainings are taking place in every state, in every police department, and even in the banks. Because the majority of the frauds will happen with the financial institutions, be it a bank or other companies. So they are quite vigilant on this, and they are training their people. So I'm sure that in the coming months and years, there will be more effective tools and technologies with us where we can counter such crimes on the dark web, which can affect the national security. So
I
that's
think
very
there's a
important.
department
Yeah,
dedicated.
not exactly now, but they would be. They would be.
It's in process.
Because as you know that the particular kind of crimes increase, the department or the administration has to develop a strategy.
Yeah.
It has to develop the force according to that challenge.
True.
Till that challenge was not aware, there was no counter technology with us. And now when we see that yes, there is a dark web which exists like this, involved in these kind of activities, we have to arrange our forces accordingly. So similar things are there going on. We are in touch with some international bodies as well, which involves Interpol and UNSC, which are equally sharing the information about the international players in the finance who are involved into cryptocurrency, who are involved into dark web, and many other activities are there. So our home department, when I say home department of Government of India, they are equally in touch with the international bodies as well. And state governments have been also given certain instructions to how to handle these activities on the dark web.
So there is an improvement.
Yeah, there is an improvement.
It's getting better again. That's nice. Yeah.
With both, I want to maybe ask the last question for the episode today. We have recently, last year, seen two attacks, Pahalgam attack and then Red Fort attack in Delhi.
Yeah.
Post that, is there a measure have been taken on the national security system of the country? Has it evolved? Because after being so watchful itself, the Red Fort attack had taken place.
Yeah.
So what we have done to evolve from there and strengthen our security system?
See, after the Pahalgam, the intelligence agencies are much more strict, and the sharing of information has been increased between the state governments, vice versa, and with the central government agencies, so that there is no lapse between the intelligence. Had been this intelligence would have been received earlier, some action could have been taken and this Pahalgam attack could have been avoided. But because the information was properly not exchanged at the right time with the right people, so this incident happened actually. And after the Red Fort attack in Delhi, yes, it was a big attack, no doubt. And I will connect this with what RDX was seized in Faridabad, which is in Delhi NCR. So imagine a 3,000 kilogram of RDX was found. So that
Which is capable of blowing
away
the entire
half of the NCR. 3,000 RDX, how did it come? How did it reach? Again, there is a lapses between the exchange of information between the security forces, intelligence forces, and the local police. So government has taken it very seriously because this could have been a big thing. Otherwise, if you see in the last 12 years, no major attacks have happened in terrorists. Like every one or the other day, we used to hear some or the other bomb attack or terrorist attack.
Yeah, Bombay train attack, the
So
hotel,
nothing has
the
happened.
restaurants.
Government is very serious about it, and more and more effective strategies are being made, and network has been strengthened. Exchange of information between all the state police have been increased, which was not earlier. So I'm sure that with this kind of tight security and information exchange program, between the state governments and the central government, I'm sure that this is going to improve the situation in the coming months and years.
Yeah, I think it's already evident.
Yeah.
And more power to India and also globally.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
we should all hope to have a safer, secure world.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
We have, for prosperity and progress of individual or a family or a nation or the whole of the world, secured environment is an essential
Yeah,
thing.
it's a must-have.
Also, as an evolved citizen, each one of us need to be a little watchful about our surrounding.
We
so
have
that
to
we
be
can-
more responsible enough, and we should be concerned with the nation's security.
I think
Because-
each one of us
Yeah,
has
Yes.
something to contribute.
correct.
So,
Absolutely.
It's our way of contribution to the nation.
Yes.
Just creating awareness
just
to
an
the common
attempt.
people.
Yeah.
And all
happening.
thanks to you.
No, thank you so much. It's a
Pawanji, this
pleasure
was
discussing with both
Very,
of
very
you.
different podcast.
Yeah.
Learned so much through
Yeah.
this
Yes.
and got to become now more watchful and then spread the news all
Yeah.
over.
No, certainly it's a pleasure that you guys have invited me over your podcast, and I could maybe I've tried to give you all insight which I could have shared, and I'm sure that your viewers would like it.
No, absolutely. I think personally, both of us felt
Yeah.
so enlightened and we are so much more aware. And I'm sure it will translate to the audience.
Yeah, certainly. I
And
hope so.
very grateful. I think
Thank you
many
so
more
much.
to go.
Yeah.
I
Looking
certainly.
forward
Look forward to the next
next
series,
one.
Yeah,
episode 2.
Sure.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Jai
Lovely
Hind.
meeting you.
Thank you.
you.